Welcome back to the channel. We're out here for another misplaced moto vlog, or you know, something like that. Yeah, out here doing some ramblings. And speaking of ramblings, our buddy Patrick over at Moto Ramblings, he put out a video the other day doing a little bit of off the bike shots and everything like that. Now, I had shot some of these shots already, just like he did, and I was planning on putting out the video, and then I see his video. I'm like, oh man, I can't put out the same damn video that he just put out, but you know what, I'm going to anyway, because you know, he put out the video and he's got some nice roads down there, and he was on that Gold Wing. It looked good. And I tried doing a few off the bike shots. This was from a few weekends ago. I'll throw them in here. But the idea of adding these supplemental shots to your videos and the off the bike stuff, you know, it makes a video look better. I mean, it's I don't know, maybe keeps a viewer's attention a little bit better, because you know, it's not just the same thing. It's just not, you know, this camera facing ahead or that camera looking at my ugly mug. Luckily I got a helmet on, so you can't really see me too well. Anyway, so yes, it adds value to your video to have those kinds of shots, and I think they look great. But here's the downside. If you're somebody like me, and I think Patrick mentioned this, you know, in his video, that he's kind of the same way. I get on my bike, I just like to ride. I don't like to stop and get off and, you know, do other things. And if you're going to do that kind of footage, you kind of have to force yourself to do that stuff. It's extra work. It adds to the let's call it the production time, if you will, because now you're stopping alongside the road and you got to make sure it's a good place to stop. Like this road, I mean, hey, I don't really much feel like pulling off into the grass on this thing. I don't necessarily have my my kickstand puck or my jiffy stand, because now I have a Harley, so I've got to say jiffy stand. But you know, if I pull into somebody's driveway, I mean, we're out here in Jersey, probably wouldn't be too bad of a thing. It's, you know, I doubt anybody's going to come out and harass us. Nice. Out there on the ATV, it's a good day for it. I don't know if you saw that or not. I might not have turned my head long enough. Anyway, so yeah, doing these shots, it really looks cool. It adds to the video. Even if you're going to do off the bike and just talking to the camera, you know, those kind of, you know, things they add and everything too. But it definitely increases the time. Now, if you're going to do this on just a regular ride, to me, it doesn't really make too much sense to just, you know what, just an ordinary motovlog like this probably wouldn't make much sense. But since I'm talking about it, I've got to have it in there because, well, it's kind of the point of the video. Well, doing a travel video, these kind of shots are like, they're almost essential if you want to have a good travel video. The guy that does a lot of the work for the BDR, Sterling Noren, he's really good at doing this stuff, putting together, you know, a good travel video like that. And you know what, I'd like to be able to do that. I mean, another guy, Full Throttle Hog, man, that dude just, I mean, he's awesome with that stuff. And I think I've talked about it before. You know, I'd like to try and do something like that. You know, I had the greatest ideas for my travel, for my trip down to Virginia last year with moto camping. And, you know, I'd say of what I wanted to do with that video, I think I accomplished 25%. I had other ideas. I had an entire shot list, and then just it didn't end up working out to where I could get those shots. I could feasibly get those shots, or easily. So, you know, we'll try again, because hey, we're gonna head down to Vam this summer, so maybe I can put something together with that. We'll see. Or if I can just maybe, honestly, I think what I should try, I shouldn't try it on a trip like that. And here I'm just like, I'm spitballing everything out here, and you know, I definitely should not be trying that on a long multi-day trip. Which way should I go? I guess we're going this way. I don't even know where that takes you. Whatever. Okay. You know, I could probably bring up the GPS here, and it would tell me. No. There we go. Yeah, okay. I am on Suey Place Road. Suey! Alright, now, down in this area, there used to be a pig farm. I don't know if, I don't think it's still active. But, if you continue straight here, there's a main road called Route 70, and I'm getting off on a whole tangent here. But I tell you what, during the summertime, if you did not have your air conditioning on with the car in recirculate mode, you were going to get the lovely aroma of pig poop. I will keep it PG. Yes, pig poop. What a stink that stuff is. Worse than any kind of manure you ever smelled. All right, back to the lecture at hand. Perfection is perfected. Okay, so right, what I need to do is I need to try it on a shorter trip. So maybe just a destination. Oh wow, that was a good bump. If I go down, say go down to the Jersey Shore there, maybe Ocean City, New Jersey, or something like that. Maybe take it up towards the Poconos and kind of experiment, play around with it. It's not something that I'm going to do on every ride, because then, you know, you're going to do a 50-mile ride and it's going to take you, you know, 5 hours to do it, because you're stopping every few miles to set up your shot. Because the truth of it is, you've got to stop, set up the camera, go back down the road, ride past the camera, turn back around, retrieve the camera, rinse and repeat until you've got all the shots that you want. Now, what I found, and in my last video talking about the modifications that I've added to the bike so far, is one of the things I added was the luggage rack. And the reason I did that, I didn't totally explain in that video, but it was partly for doing this. I took that Nelson Rig tail bag. I got some of that nice little foam that you get off of Amazon, cut it out in the shape of my camera and a little tripod, and I can throw that in there, and then I can just hop off the bike, unzip the thing, set it up real quick, and put it on the side of the road. It should make it a little bit easier than what I was doing before. What I was doing before, I was having to dig into the saddlebag, take out my camera bag, take out the camera, and then set it up to where I wanted it to be. And that's the other thing. Well, what kind of camera are you using for that? You using just a GoPro? No, actually, I picked myself up a mirrorless camera. I picked up the Nikon Z30. I stayed within Nikon's ecosystem, if you will, mostly because I've been shooting with Nikon since the 90s. When I was shooting film, my first digital camera was Nikon. All that stuff was Nikon. But what I like about the Nikon going to the Z30 is the menu system is, the way the menus are laid out in the camera are very similar to my D300S, which was similar to my D90, which was similar to my D70. So the learning curve is not much of a curve at all. It's like a straight line. And I like that. I like not having to go, figure out, you know, and sit there and watch YouTube videos on how to figure out how to use the stinking camera. I pretty much already know how to do it. Now, the other thing I can do with that is, yes, it is a mirrorless, so I don't know if I should have gone that way or not. It does have a different camera mount. It is interchangeable lenses, but it has Nikon's mirrorless mount, which they call the Z mount, or Z if you're from Canada. But they do make an adapter, so I can use my nice fancy F-mount lenses, or some of the ones from my wife. She's got some pretty good ones too. But I can use those lenses with this camera, and they work. I don't have to buy new glass. I'll probably end up buying new glass anyway. Who am I kidding? But that's really about all I have for this one, guys. I'm going to cut in front of this guy and thank you for that, dude. Oh, this road looking kind of cheddar cheese, looking like Swiss cheese, some kind of cheese. Anyway, yeah, that's really all I got for this one, guys, and let me know what you think. What do you like? You like to see those videos with more you know, B-roll off the bike shots? Do they actually hold your interest longer? I don't know. Just talking out loud. All right. Well, we got the potential for some thunderstorms moving in here this afternoon. However, I'm seeing nothing but blue skies. There's some clouds over there, but you know what? Whatever. Get rained on, we get rained on. It's happened before. Guys, we'll see you on the next one. Now I'm just gonna enjoy the rest of my ride. You know, 4:43, it's still light out. I'm loving it. All right, guys, see you in the next one.